Hey, how's it going? This is the ELA section, how it's broken down. So you get 90 minutes total, and you have to answer 57 questions. That kind of averages out to a minute 35 a question. So this first section that you have is what I call the read this section. They're going to give you a sentence or a paragraph, and they're going to have you edit it. You know, the verb tense will be wrong, the modifiers are wrong, the transitions are wrong, something of that nature. And that's your first 6 questions. Generally, you can pound these out pretty quickly. Then you have revise passage 1, followed by revise passage 2. This takes you all the way up to question 20. What these are passages with each sentence numbered. And what they want you to do is answer a series of questions on how to better edit the passage so that you can fix the grammar in it. And they'll have about 8 questions or 6 questions. It's not really standardized, but it takes you all the way up to 20. Now that's 1 through 20. And these generally are pretty quick. This is what is the most important part. Questions 21 through 57. Because these are the reading passages. Super huge. And there's 6 of them. And they're really long. This is what one looks like. And it's accompanied by a series of questions. Each reading passage has 6 questions. One of them has 7 questions. So just keep that in mind. It is long, right? This section alone is an hour and a half. So the majority of the time, you're going to be spending reading passages and answering questions about them. How you should pace yourself. If you're a really strong reader, I would just start from the beginning and work your way all through the end. So make sure that you're sharp with grammar, and then you hit your reading. If you're sharper with grammar than you are with reading, then I would recommend actually starting with the reading, believe it or not, because a lot of times kids do 1 passage, 2 passage, 3 passage, and they just burn out because it's a lot, man. It really is a lot of reading and answering, and the passages are kind of purposefully boring. So read as many passages as you can, staying sharp, and when you find that you're fading, you're kind of dropping off, then go to the ELA section and do these quick questions. You know, it'll pick up the pace a little bit and it'll just switch it up mentally. And then once you finish your 20 questions, then you can go back and you can finish your reading comprehension. Hopefully you're a little bit fresher. Just so you can have a better understanding of going into test day, what the first half of the test is going to be looking like, just prepare to be bored. Prepare to read these reading passages and to be bored out of your mind, because maybe 1 or 2 of them are interesting. Chances are most of them are not. So really stay sharp, and it doesn't matter how fast you read. It matters how much you remember and how much you can find. So if you're the type of person that can read and just remember everything, make sure you read carefully and then answer the questions. If you're the type of person that likes to read fast, but you have a general idea of what each paragraph means and whatever, then you can read quickly, then answer the questions, check, answer the questions, go back and check, you know, that type of thing. So this is what the ELA section looks like. Yeah, so I mean, this is what you're going to be looking at. Now I'm going to do math next, and math is not as structured. It's a little bit more easy to understand how to pace yourself.